Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here playing some more Warhammer Combat Cards Ranked Mode. In this match we're going to be playing as the Parasite of Mortrex, running a number of bodyguards that have been changed recently. Most notably, we have Death Leaper, who now has Fear instead of Outflank, making him a lot tougher. We've got the Hive Tyrant, which got buffed to its stats. This one's still not really the greatest card, I think, but as the only card with Inspiring Presence in this deck, does provide a modest attack boost to everything else. We got Old One-Eye, who also relatively recently got his trait changed from Regeneration to Endless. And then we've got the Abominant with Death Blow and Berserk, nice combo. And then we got two very cheap bodyguards, the 3-point Spore Mine with Death Blow, and the Gene Stealer with Furious Charge. Ideally, with some of these big Berserkers, it would be nice to combo them with like a healer, like the 7-point Medicae bodyguard, but I did want like a cheap Death Blow, because Death Blow in particular combos very well with the Parasite of Mortrex. The special rule, you want to hit it, like especially if the enemy is going first, you can deploy this Spore Mine, and if it dies, then you automatically just infest everything on the field, if it's in the middle lane. So I will go ahead and deploy and see how this works out. Currently, it is fairly early in the season, and tyrannids are just at a little over 1,700 trophies, I think. Now, melee decks in general tend to struggle with shields because of the lack of AoE damage. Really, the only AoE you get from melee attacks is from Death Blow. Unless you're running Logan, Grimnar, but yeah, obviously tyrannids don't have anything like that. I guess the Parasite, when the cards explode, they deal damage to adjacent lanes. It's 40% of the base wounds, but often that's not really going to have too huge of an impact when it comes to dealing with shields. We'll see how it goes. We're up against the Tau. And these are not super high level cards, but being ranged, we have no defense against ranged whatsoever. It's kind of a struggle to know which bodyguards to deploy first. Okay, but this makes it a little bit easier. I guess we'll just drop the Gene Stealer in the center. Ideally, the Spore Mine would have gone in the center, especially with the target acquired there, but as it was not available, this is the next best option. So, big ranged barrage going into the center lane. Old One-Eye starting to get a few stacks for Berserk. And there's the Spore Mine. Well, I think we'll save that Spore Mine for a little bit later. We'll just drop the Abominant in the center lane. And it does have enough attack, so it will be able to kill this thing, the Marksman, and that will explode and deal damage into the adjacent lanes. So we'll see how much damage it does exactly. Boom, that was like 40 damage, I think. That's pretty good, pretty solid. And then next turn, we will be able to kill the Skyray gunship. Big series of attacks going into the center lane, though. That means the Abominant is going to actually die in one turn here. Boom, and it does blow up everything, though. That was pretty amazing. So, yeah, I might have to go back and rewatch that. So it knocked out the Skyray gunship, which then exploded into the next lane, and that caused a chain reaction that blew up everything else. Very nice. Let's go ahead and we'll drop the Spore Mine now, I think. I guess we're saving the big Hive Tyrant for last, which, I mean, as a Berserker, you kind of want to deploy it earlier so it can get more stacks. But on the other hand, the thing, even though it has like 300 health, it's not like this toughest thing ever. And it will die eventually, and then you just lose the Inspiring Presence. We're going to see the Spore Mine blow up here. So it's going to be hitting everything, knocking out a shield, and actually killing that infantry guy. He was going to blow up, deal 23 damage to the bomber. Okay, and now we can bring out the Inspiring Presence. And Inspiring Presence actually is better once you have some stacks of Berserk, because then it increases the damage even more. We're going to go ahead and just drop it in the center lane, I think. So yeah, so we'll try to keep Old One-Eye alive. There's the Inspiring Presence, and we think we should be able to clear everything here, probably. Old One-Eye now at 140. Yeah, that's a lot of damage right there. So the bomber's going to blow up, and then it's going to explode, killing the adjacent bodyguards. Now, Commander Shadowsun deploys. This Warlord is at a pretty low level, so it's not going to be dealing very much damage. But we should be able to finish her off pretty easily. Decent attack stats on the Hive Tyrant, but it's not super amazing. So a total of 329 melee damage to finish off this game. We did see some pretty cool instances of the Parasite's special rule, blowing up multiple bodyguards at once, so that was fun to see. It's not always that easy to set up. Your positioning is pretty important, actually. But let me know what you think of the state of melee Tyranids at the moment. If you use any sort of melee build with Tyranids and which Warlord you use. I think the Parasite is quite fun. Certainly not the strongest Warlord, but it was pretty slow to play as, I think. But the speed modifier helps with that, just to speed through games. Yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.